The House expected to vote today on a measure to force the release of the Epstein files.
And it comes after President Donald Trump changed course and publicly urged Republicans to support the effort. CBS 8's Chris Groh in the studio here with more on what could happen next year. Chris?
Yeah, and really what's sort of pushing this a lot forward is the fact that President Trump now is saying publicly that he is supporting the release of this. But it already was a rare bipartisan effort. In fact, we heard from very prominent voices on both sides of the aisle calling for the release, ready to vote for the release. Take a listen.
I think the public has the right to know.
This isn't about President Trump. I mean, this is about women who are seeking justice and finally getting it.
Now, previously, House Speaker Mike Johnson resisted the measure for a vote. It was actually a discharge petition that got this vote going. That's a congressional maneuver to force bills out of committee that the speaker doesn't call up. But now Johnson's saying he's warming to the idea of releasing the files because the Senate can revise the bill itself. Things heated up in the debate over the files last week after a release of emails from the late convicted sex trafficker and one-time Trump friend, amongst them an email between Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell in which Epstein refers to the now president as the, quote, dog that hasn't barked. The president has said they had a falling out more than a decade ago, and he had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes. He continues to call it a hoax and recently had a complete 180, as we said, on social media, calling for the release of the files.
It's really a Democrat problem. The Democrats were Epstein's friends, all of them. And it's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. And I don't want to take it away.
Now, many lawmakers in favor of releasing the files, including Republicans, are skeptical of Trump's turn here. They're worried that President could pressure the DOJ to open probes involving the files, something he's already called for, which would hinder their release because the documents would then be part of an ongoing investigation.